El Condor Pasa is a 2-star trainee specializing in turf and dirt tracks at mile, medium, and long distances in either the pace chaser or late surger positions. El was born to the Dam Saddler's Gal and sire King Mambo on the 17th of March 1955, with his grandsire being Mr. Prospector and Dam sire being Saddler's Wells. He was bred and owned by Takashi Watanabe, trained by Yoshitaka Ninomiya, and jockeyed by Hitoshi Matoba and Masayoshi Ebina, before passing on the 16th of July, 2002. During his short career, El won multiple major races and awards, such as the 1998 New Zealand Trophy, NHK Mile Cup and Japan Cup, and the 1999 Grand Prix de Saint Cloud and Prix Foy, boasting a 8-3-0 record, and earning over 376 million yen and 3.8 million franc in his career. He also won the 1998 Japanese Champion 3-year-old Colt, 1999 Champion Older Horse, and 1999 Horse of the Year, before being inducted into the JRA Hall of Fame in 2014. Elle's pseudo-rivalry with Special Week, as well as her eventual trip overseas to France in the anime, are likely references to his victory over Special Week during the 1998 Japan Cup, being picked as a third favorite but winning by over 2.5 lengths, where the move to France is of course when Elle went to France to compete in the Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe and other races. Elle's racing uniform was inspired both by her jockey's silks as well as South American/Latin American luchador wrestling. She wears a black shirt underneath a yellow shirt with 6 golden buttons, white stripes down the sides, and a white collar with blue stripes, a blue and white pleated skirt, black thigh highs with red and gold shoes, a large red jacket with white fringe at the bottom, light tan rolled cuffs, and an X pattern on the front, and a luchador mask. Fantasy Elle, on the other hand, wears a sleeveless black and orange top with sun-shaped boob window at the front, orange and yellow gauntlets with green tufts of fur at the edge, an orange and yellow corset with the same green tufts of fur at the bottom, 2 orange pieces of braided rope flowing behind her, a golden luchador mask, black spandex pants with thigh windows, and orange and gold knee-high boots with green socks underneath. Elle is voiced by Minami Takahashi, who also voices Asuka in Log Horizon, Tione Hirute in Danmachi, Ojo in Gakko-chan, Lukoa in Dragon Maid, Teiryu Oshii in Hitoribochi, Ayami Sasaki in Komi-san, Beatrix Amahauser in Zom 100, Pieri in Fire Emblem Fates, Diola and Kokibiel in Granblue Fantasy, Baltimore in Azure Lane, Wishlash in Arknights, and Kyoko Amasawa in Judgment. When raised to 5 stars, Elle has 110 speed, 98 stamina, 103 power, 121 guts, and 118 wit, with a 20% stat bonus to speed and 10% bonus to wit. Her starting aptitudes are A on turf and B on dirt tracks, F in sprint, A in mile and medium, and B in long distances, E in front runner, A in pace chaser, and late surger, and C in end closer positions. Fantasy Elle at 5 stars has 122 speed, 91 stamina, 112 power, 119 guts, and 109 wit, with a 15% stat bonus to speed and guts. Her starting aptitudes are the exact same as her base version. At 3 stars and above, Elle starts with her unique skill, Victoria pour planche, which makes it so that when Elle is in the front on the final straight with 30% or more of her stamina left, her target speed and acceleration will increase to 0.25 and 0.3 respectively for 5 seconds. When at limit break level 5, Elle has the innate skills of Calm and Collected / Stamina to Spare, which decreases her fatigue when she reaches the mid-race as a pace chaser, Clairvoyant / Hawkeye, which widens her field of view early race and medium distances, Up Tempo, which slightly increases her positioning ability when positioned towards the front mid-race at medium distances, Pace Chaser Straightaways, which slightly increases her velocity on a straight as a pace chaser, and Straightaway Adept, which slightly increases her velocity on a straight. Fantasy L's unique skill, Condor's Fury, makes it so that in the last corner, well, in the last quarter of the pack, L's acceleration is increased to 0.4 for 4 seconds, while she is aiming to take the lead of the pack from her position. At Limit Break level 5, Fantasy L's innate skills are Rising Dragon / Outer Swell, which increases her velocity when passing another runner on the outside of the final corner while running as a late surger, Furious Feet / Updrafters, which increases her passing ability when positioned towards the back of the pack late race at mile distances, 1.5 million CC, which slightly increases her velocity on an uphill as a late surger, Unyielding Spirit, which slightly increases her passing ability at mile distances, and Homestretch Haste, which slightly increases her velocity in the last spurt. For L, your career objectives will be place 5th or better in the Kyoto News High Classic Early February Turf 1800 meters mile, place 5th or better in the NHK Mile Cup Classic Early May Turf 1800 meters mile, place 5th or better in the Tokyo Yushun Classic Late May Turf 2400 meters medium, place 3rd or better in the Mainichi-Okan Classic Early October Turf 1800 meters mile, place 1st in the Takarazuka Kainen Senior Late June Turf 2200 meters medium, place 1st in the Japan Cup Senior Late November Turf 2400 meters medium, and place 1st in the Arima Kainen Senior Late December Turf 2500 meters long. When selecting Umas, I'd recommend ones with speed, stamina, or power, and wit for stat sparks, mile, medium, long, pace chaser, or late surger for distance and position sparks, and unique skills that help L keep up her stamina for her own unique skill, or help with passing in the late race, depending on whether you're running her as a late surger at medium and long distances, or a dirt mile medium pace chaser runner. For this, I'd recommend Grass Wonder and Sakura Chiono O as legacies, with some Grand Uma having a high derp aptitude, such as Agnes Digital, to get L's dirt aptitude up to an A. Both Umas have a combination of mile, medium, and long distances for aptitudes, as well as pace chaser and late surger, meaning you can likely get an S rank in one of them if the RNG is on your side. Their unique skills also assist L in the final position of the race, with Chiono's proccing in the last 300 meters when trying to overtake a runner, and Grass's proccing if you use L as a late surger or she's fallen behind. For support cards, I'd recommend a 2 speed, 2 stamina or power, and 2 wit configuration. Stamina for pace chaser, power for late surger, focusing on either keeping L's stamina up for the race to be able to proc her skill in the final portion of it, or breaking through the pack to come out on top, again depending if you're running pace or late. For this, I'd recommend SSR cards such as Kita-san Black Speed, Marvelous Sunday Power, and Fine Motion Wit, and SR cards such as Shinko Windy Speed, Nishino Flower Power, or Marvelous Sunday Wit. For skills, it's much of the same, either skills that keep her energy up in the race so that she doesn't lag behind in the final portion, or skills that help her break out of the pack and accelerate to the front without much trouble. For this, I'd recommend skills such as Gourmand, Relax, and Miraculous Step for stamina regaining skills, and on your left, Technician and Big Sisterly for passing and speed. Thank you for watching. Please follow my Twitter and Blue Sky for updates, and please check out my other Arcanines and Azure Lane videos as well.